some unexpected happenings in the women's race. Obviously, that amazing win by Sifan Hassan when it looked as though she wasn't going to finish the race at one point, and even her herself said she'd like to try and finish it. It didn't give you that thought that she was brimming with confidence. And then the shock of Bridget Kosgei, the world record holder, also unable to, you know, she was unable to complete the race. That was another shock. And yeah, and this has been absolutely phenomenal.
Well, he's now got 5 minutes to get down birdcage walk, swing right, and come about 150 meters up the mall to break that course record and to win his first World Marathon Major. Valencia was one thing, but here in the British capital, that would be very much another. And that cadence is still high. Look at the rate at which his knees cross. His legs are crossing. He does have that slightly sort of rocking and rolling style. Quite a high arm coverage. But here he is. The clock edging towards 2 hours. Well, Geoffrey Kamworor, a long, long way behind. It's, I would say he's probably 300 meters or so behind now. That's how far behind he is. Tall, long striding man, which is why perhaps the cadence doesn't appear to be quite as fast as this fella.
Yeah, Kiptum style, so rhythmic, so economical.
The long straight stretch here, St James's Park to his right. Ahead of him, that right-hand turn with Buckingham Palace to his left. The clock ticking on towards 2 hours. It's going to be very, very close. Eliud Kipchoge's 2019 winning time, his 4th London Marathon victory. That is the course record, 2:02:37. It is a steely glare.
Is he trying to smile like the great Kipchoge does? They say it's good for psychology at the end to smile so the body feels happy and not under the pain of the later stages of a marathon.
Well, he's well inside now the last 500 meters. He is going to break this record, and he's going to do it possibly by something like half a minute. That's how fast this performance is. He broke away from the field, and he just simply kept on going. The significance, of course, of the 385 yards to go. 26 miles and 385 yards. That is the marathon distance. And look here at the official who's trying to send him to the left. But Kiptum, he's got his eyes here on a course record. He doesn't want to run any faster than he has to. And here he goes. The big clock in front of him. His head moving from side to side. He knows that course record is on. Let's see the big clock. And he's done it. 2:01:26. What a remarkable run. He's broken the course record by something like 70 seconds. It is a brilliant performance. One of the fastest we've ever seen.
Wow, you can see the effort that he's put in, and that will also be a PB for him. Absolutely spent. was awesome. He really gave everything. So impressive, so dominant.
Well, that really is truly fantastic.
I think, does that put him second on the
Well, I think it will do, won't it?
now,
Because,
I
of course, Eliud Kipchoge, 2:01.09, when he set that world record in Berlin just a matter of months ago, last September. Well, 2 marathons, and both inside 2:02.
We often talk about who will be the one in charge when Kipchoge finally retires, and maybe we've seen the answer today.
Well, here goes Jeffrey Kamworor. A long, long way behind, but it is going to be very, very fast himself. He has yet to break 2:05. He ran 2:05 in Valencia, of all places, again. That was something like 18 months ago. And here he is. He'll look at the clock. He's a long, long way behind. And when you consider just how strong this field is, that in itself is a tip of the hat to Kelvin Kiptum, that he spread-eagled them. Well, he's inside 2:05, so that's a lifetime best for him.
Good performance by Jeffrey Kamworor. He's delighted with that PB.
Well, it's Kenya 1, Kenya 2. Tamarat Tola comes through for 3rd place. Fine run from the world champion. And he ducks inside 2:05. So Yahuala, defending champion,
and it
wearing the white.
Sorry, Martin. So it does seem as though this has become more of a race. They have slipped the pace a little bit and more on a time of around 2:18 at this stage, but it could explain why it's been possible as well for Sifan Hassan to get back in that mix.
Yes, you'd have to say that the one athlete who's not really shown anything so far is last year's winner, wearing the white vest there, Yalamziev Yahuala, who has just been running comfortably. But look at Hassan, menacing. Physically dwarfing the athletes in front of her. In terms of a range of abilities and talent, she dwarfs them as well.
Yeah,
and she's had, to say the very least, an interesting 41 kilometres or 40 kilometres that she's covered so far.
Yeah, you wonder how Yahuala's feeling, because at this stage last year she'd certainly already made a play for it, and she's just staying with the rest of the field, and her strength does tend to be when she pushes the pace with a bit longer to go than this. So whether she's feeling like she can't push on and she's just going to see what she can do near the later stages, but definitely last year she'd pushed on ahead of the field at this stage.
So the Houses of Parliament ahead of them. Parliament Square, Westminster Abbey over to the left. These are parts of London which over the course of the next couple of weeks will be shots boomed around the world for other reasons, the King's coronation. But for now, who knows, maybe we're crowning a new marathon queen, Sifan Hassan, who's had a remarkable race so far, now moving across the road. It is a right-hand turn ahead of them. There it is, into Parliament Square, then the run down Birdcage Walk. Meanwhile, Kelvin Kiptum kicking on, and he's out on his own. He's got something like 25 minutes or so of running still to go, but the cadence is still remarkably high. Look at that. Jeffrey Camwador has disappeared into the background. Well, as Joe was saying, he's not a new name, because 2:01.53 achieved there in Valencia just a few months ago. But when it comes to the World Marathon Major Series and here in London, Kelvin Kiptum could be about to really make his name and carve out his reputation. Anybody who thought that maybe that one performance was a little bit of a one-off, well, that's not happening. There is Tamarat Tola. Also just behind him, Seifu Tura, and last year's winner, Amos Kipruto, just slipping back. So that is the race for 3rd, 4th and 5th. So Birdcage Walk, Sheila Chepkarui not entirely done for. And the very fact that she hasn't disappeared off the back of this group altogether does show that this leading quartet are very much gathering themselves for the final sprint. But Sifan Hassan, and just to finish off the story of those Tokyo Olympics, well, she went away. She didn't entirely succeed in what was an incredibly ambitious plan, but she won both the 5,000 meters and the 10,000 meters and came away with a bronze in the 1,500 meters. And now, well, perhaps a surprise here. Alemu Magetu it is who's kicking on. And now it's the defending champion, Yehoalau, who's slipping off the pace. And her race, certainly as a contender to take the title, appears to be gone. Perez Jepchirchir, they're in 2nd place, but look at Hassan. She appears to be coasting. Magetu has tested them, but it hasn't broken them. It has broken last year's winner. And Sifan Hassan, having been through the pain barrier, stopping 2 or 3 times on the side of the road because of the problem there with the left hip, she must just here be poised to make her kick for home.
Yeah, and I think, you know, that Magetu was putting in a bit of a boot, thinking she's got Sifan Hassan there. It's going to be difficult for those 2 athletes to outkick her, and they're going to have to be worried about that. Has Hassan got enough left to produce her trademark awesome finish at the end of this race? And I thought Yehoalau could have been struggling a bit, bearing in mind she'd made a play for this race much earlier on when she won this race last year.
Well, Sifan Hassan, she leaves fields for dead in 1,500 meter races. What can she do with women who, despite remarkable talent, have nothing like her leg speed? But it is Magetu of Ethiopia, Hassan of the Netherlands. Just a little grimace, though, from Hassan, not entirely unfamiliar. Jepchirchir, but it's Hassan, if you like, who has the curb.
Yeah, the question is, can she produce that finish in a marathon?
Well, it's about 300 meters to go, and I wonder if Hassan is almost painting the picture in her mind of an athletics track. Expect her to make her break with about 150 to go if she's still got it in the legs, but it's Magetu who hits the home straight. Jepchirchir, and here goes Hassan. Jepchirchir moving on to the shoulder here of Magetu, and Sifan Hassan just waiting to hit the home straight. And Hassan who's got the inside. And here goes Sifan Hassan. And Hassan picks up the knees. Magetu goes with her. But Hassan is going to win this going away. What a truly remarkable marathon debut it is from Sifan Hassan. Down and out, apparently beaten, in serious pain, and she cannot believe it. She's beaten the best in the world. It has been a stunning start to her marathon career. Magiatu comes through for second place. Kipchoge is third. Well, it's one of the truly remarkable marathon performances. Kipchoge comes through for fourth. Last year's winner, Yahoalau, is fifth.
Wow, what a story this is, that she won this race on her debut in London, her marathon debut. I don't think I've ever seen her more delighted than that. I think because it was the biggest surprise she's probably felt she's had in her career. She can't believe it.
Well, those are the very words she used. She says she cannot believe it. But once she got back with the leading group, and they were not really testing her, there was almost a sense of inevitability about how it would map out and finish.
Yeah, if she's there at the end, it's gonna be so difficult to beat her. Well, she said she was nervous, she said she was curious, and she's...
What a fantastic race that was. I mean, just first your emotions after it.
Yeah, I'm so happy for my performance. I came here in London for my first World Marathon majors. I've been training good, so I was expecting good results. Yeah.
It's a new course record as well. That must be make you feel double proud.
Yeah, of course. I'm very happy. Double proud.
Talk to me about the end, because you collapsed right at the end. You must have just been sheer, just full of exhaustion.
Yeah, of course. I was so exhausted. I had no energy.
And what next for you? What are we expecting from you? Because that was a fantastic run.
Maybe I'll go home, have a little rest, then I start again for my preparation for upcoming marathon. I don't know now. I'm taking the management, then we focus.
Did you enjoy London?
Yeah, of course I enjoy London. The crowd cheering on the course. Yeah, I enjoyed so much.
What was the most difficult bit?
Yes?
The most difficult bit, the best bit, the most difficult bit?
Between 30, 35. Yeah.
Great talking to you, thank you.
Kelvin, you dropped a 4:23 mile at around about mile 20. You ran 4:23. Was that always in the plan to really make an aggressive surge?
That was not my plan. My plan was to I missed the water, so I say let me make a move. Yeah.
Were you aware you closed up your last half in 59:47?
Yes?
Were you aware you closed up the last half marathon in 59:47?
No.
Well done.
Yeah. Thank you.
Did you think it would be possible to run your second half that fast?
No.
And when did you start feeling tired in the race?
Towards the end, 41, 42.
Yeah.
I was so exhausted.
Does this tell you that the world record might be possible in your future?
Maybe in 2 years, 3 years, good preparation.
Why do you think you've been able to take to the marathon straight away? 2:01 in both of your marathons. It's unprecedented in marathon history.
I have done some half marathon. I've run sub 59 7 times, 58. So I say let me try to step up on marathon. So my focus now is marathon.
Did you want to pass the pacemakers earlier? It looked like you got in front of them a couple times.
No. I was just talking to them to be close.
Oh, to stay close.
Yeah, to stay together.
Would you have liked to race Kipchoge today?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Thank you.
Next race, Valencia?
Yes?
Next marathon?
For now, not yet. Yeah.
Thank you.